Mr. and Mrs. Symons, this is Grant Putnam Landscaping. Just want to shed some light on our thoughts as far as your property. One idea is to take the Japanese maple, which is to the right side of your front door. It's a real specimen piece. Transplant that into where the light is. Create that as a nice focal point. Put a bunch of ground cover such as vinca underneath it. Put some lights underneath it, and it will give you a really nice entrance piece as you pull in the property. It doesn't make sense leaving grass here in the center. Then as far as the front of the house, our thoughts are to try to give the house a little bit of structure with adding some height at different strategic points. Two obvious spots would be trying to frame the door, so having maybe upright holly bushes on the right and left side of your door. Most likely another upright evergreen that's not going to grow too big, such as the spruce that was there before, but maybe something like a Japanese umbrella pine, which is a very slow growing upright evergreen tree. And then off the far right corner, something that gives you all season interest, deciduous trees such as a paperbark maple, which has exfoliating bark, really pretty. Then the thought is to take that area, create about half lawn, half bed space. Have a nice sweeping, curving bed with some boxwoods for structure mixed with some longer blooming periods, maybe some perennials. Again, trying to get an all-season landscape for both sides of your house in the front here, but keep it clean, crisp, not too many elements. Okay, and then as far as lighting, I think you should really consider lighting up the key elements as far as trees in front of your house as well as your walkway. That could look really nice. Coming over here, the thought is to add possibly 3 columnar growing trees, such as like a fastigiate hornbeam behind the wall. It'd be really nice because you could see it from a lot of different directions when you first pull in the driveway from a curb appeal and also from your entertaining area in the back. In between those trees, with again these trees would be behind this wall. In between the trees I would add hydrangea, which bloom all summer, and they love that morning sun, afternoon shade, so that would be a really nice understory of plantings underneath those trees. And then in the front, the concept is maybe some large boxwood, maybe 1, 2, 3 large boxwood, and then some colorful plants, low growing plants in between those structure items such as the boxwood. Going into the backyard, obviously replace this, rip out the concrete walkway that's here and install a walkway that's going to match your materials to the patio that you decide to go with, but curve this walkway. So have it curve out further from the house so you have enough room to put some plants in. Then we already talked about the patio structures, how that would be set up. This little nook right here where there's just a dwarf Alberta spruce, that nook I think you should leave as a planted area, but maybe something that grows much lower so it's not going to block the view out to the pool. And then over here maybe just leave lawn. That I think, and then in the back out here we think you should remove the crabapple, put in another low growing tree such as a Japanese maple in this area, and then plant around it, but that would be your centerpiece. Leave the Hinoki Kama cypress, which is the tall evergreen tree behind it. So that would be the basic concept, and looking forward to talk to you about this again.